Hey, what's up? This is another episode of Notable Prisons and the Inmates that Occupy them. And today, we're going to take a trip to where the rapper Tory Lanez is currently housed at. First, before I put all that out there, I'm going to need y'all to subscribe, like, and, go crazy in the comments. Let's get the conversation going. So, where Tory Lanez is located, I'm going to give you that. And I'm going to give you some insight about the prison and a little bit about him. Okay. So, Tory Lanez is he's located in Northern California. To be exact, he's in North Kern State Prison, which is a medium security prison located in Delano, Kern County. Also, get your lighters ready because someone does get cooked in this episode. But here's a fun fact. This is also the prison where prison YouTuber turned major YouTuber Wes Watson was once housed. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with his story. He started off on the park bench, and now the dude has 2 mansions on both coasts and has $3 million, $10 million worth of cars, $5 million worth of watches, and he's out here teaching everyone to be better versions of themselves. Shout out Big Wes Watson. He definitely was motivation. But anyways, let's get back into this. It opened in April 1993, and the state prison has the design capacity of 2,600 inmates. North Kern serves as a reception center for incoming inmates. Usually they serve 2 to 3 months at North Kern while staff process their criminal health records and assesses their physiology and social needs before assigning them to their permanent prison. Essentially, what it is for people that don't know, it's kind of like you're going to get an interview to figure out which prison best fits you. You know what I mean? In the early 90s, California experienced a significant growth in the number of inmates. Many rural counties lobbied to house at prison because of healthcare and job opportunities that a prison provides for its employees. Delano was one of the cities in the counties. Since North Kern State Prison opened in 93, the city has grown immensely. Before the 2 prisons were built, Delano was a rural city with a large migrant farm working population. It's a male facility, all male facility with a design capacity, like I said, 2,600. As of July 31st, 2022, Delano incarcerated people at 152.1% of its design capacity, with 4,100 occupants. Of these, majority are housed in the reception area, waiting to be transferred to another state prison, and approximately 1,400 inmates live in the mainline part of the prison. Inmates are separated by security and custody levels upon arriving to North Kern. So, there are 5 facilities or yards at this prison. Facility A, B, C, D, and minimum, formerly E. A yard possesses 800 to 1,000 level 3 mainline inmates. Yards B and D are reception yards. The minimum yard possesses 100 to 200 level 1 inmates who work and live in a less secure housing unit located outside the main facility. In the event of a lockdown, minimum yard inmates will come into the main prison to provide support services. During regular operating procedure, mainline A yard inmates provide support services through the prison, for example, kitchen, laundry, education, the library, and all that. In addition to holding a job at the prison, mainline inmates are eligible for education and reentry programs. Okay. So, let me tell you about a few incidents that's happened at North Kern. So, an inmate at Kern State Prison died Thursday by an attack by 3 others in custody. This happened in January of this year. Guards quickly disrupted the 6:30 p.m. assault of Louis J. Bachicha in a prison day room. According to a release from the California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation, Bachita, 34, was taken to the prison's triage area and pronounced dead about 30 minutes later. Officials have identified his assailants as Victor Madero, 45, and Ricardo Nava, 35, and Edgar A. Castillo, 35. 2 inmate manufacturing weapons were recovered and released. Yeah, Ricardo definitely looks like he's from a section that he is very much so proud of, and he's putting on. That WF, if I was to take a guess, I'd assume maybe that stands for white fence. I'm not sure. Let me know in the questions. But Chicha and the suspects were admitted to CDCR from Los Angeles County, officials said. Maduro was admitted in 2010 to serve life without parole for attempted first-degree murder, among other offenses. Nava was admitted August 4th, 2011 to serve life without the possibility of parole, and he picked up another conviction while in prison for manufacturing a deadly weapon. Damn, man, it's hectic in there, people. And Castillo arrived in 2009 to serve a life without the possibility of parole for a carjacking and robbery while armed with a gun, according to the release. So that's one incident that's happened at Delano, right? Back in May 29, 2023, at North Kern, an inmate died of strangulation. A cellmate was a serial killer. Villanueva, 53, was sentenced to CDCR on October 25th, 2022, to serve a life without parole sentence for aggravated of a child under 14 years old. Well, this is going to be let's see how this one turned out. The Kern County's coroner office reports the cause of death for the inmate, 53-year-old Juan Pablo Villanueva. This guy right here on the screen, he was offed in North Kern State Prison in Delano on February 24th as a ligature strangulation. So he was serving that sentence, and then responsive. CDCR said his cellmate Ramon Escobar was serving several sentences for 5 first-degree murders and 7 counts of attempted second-degree murder. It was only a matter of time before he tested his chin. A CDCR officer saw Villa unresponsive in the cell and immediately went to get medical personnel. Responding staff did life-saving measures, got an ambulance, and took Villa to the prison's triage and treatment area, where he was later pronounced game over. Flip. Now who they want? Not him. Shout out to the dude that was out here protecting children. He did. Anyways, Escobar, 51, was sentenced to CDCR on May 6, 2022 from LA to serve life without parole. Then he was sentenced for 2 counts of first-degree murder. He was also sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole for 3 counts of first-degree murder and 7 counts of attempted second-degree murder. He was transferred to CDCR custody on December 5th, 2022. And yeah, so this is some things that just happened this year, people. And now the whole reason of this video, Tory Lanez, he was at the wrong place at the wrong time, Do I think he did it? I don't know. It's not my business. But according to the state of California, they think he did it. Now, if he did it, I think, it's kind of messed up. He ain't have to shoot her. If he didn't do it, I think it's messed up that they're framing him. So it's a back and forth thing. But yeah, so he's sentenced to 10 years. I don't see his current release date, but there's a good chance he's probably going to get out a lot sooner than 10 years for time served and all the other stuff that, California does when they release prisoners and stuff. But yeah, man, anyone watching this, just always think, before you act. Sometimes thinking and tucking your pride will save you a lot of time and headache and heartache. Sometimes it's better to just deal with the crushed ego or the emotions and just deal with those for some days versus doing something that could alter your life's course in a matter of moments. Free Tory Lanez. I'm sorry that had to happen to Megan. I just hope that Tory's a little guy. He's probably a good 5'2", so I hope he's able to get out. He's definitely one of my favorite artists, for sure. Who who knows? Maybe here in the future, I'll reach out to one of my people, or sorry, they will reach out to me. That's in Delano, and maybe I could get an interview with someone up there and possibly get around to coming across Tory Lanez or something. That'd be lit. But we got to speak into an existence. With the subscribing, the comments, the page is going to grow, and he's going to see it. He was like, yeah, let me sit down with notable prisons and everything. But not yet. Free Tory Lanez. And, man, I'm going to end it with one last thing. Not necessarily him, but, we all have stress and stuff and on the outside, but there's always someone that's in a position like this is going through hell on earth for the next X amount of years who would love to be where we're at. So, yeah, just want to close it out with that. I appreciate y'all for watching. If you made it this far, like, comment, subscribe. We got more episodes coming. Appreciate it.